Hello everyone. I was just sitting down to make a piece of animation for my Year of Animation challenge. One of the prompts this month is bounce, and I wanted to get that off my plate. So I was going to sit down and I was going to mess around with some of the mantis shrimp new tools, and impromptually, if that's a word, I've just decided to record this just in case this ends up being useful. I wasn't going to ever make a mess around with me video. I would prefer some instructional element to my videos, but who knows? I don't know this tool well enough yet to teach it, and so I'm using this as a little bit of a challenge to learn it myself, figure out the quirks, use it in something, also make an animation for my Year of Animation challenge, and then something that I can just put out there as content. And then I thought, why don't I record this and we can explore the tool together? Yay! If you don't know what I'm talking about, on my Instagram, I have, let me just get it up. I have issued a challenge to my followers called A Year of Animation, 52 weekly prompts for animation practice. And if I just click here and show you January, so we've got glow, bounce, flow, twist and pulse are the words for January. Now I went with abstract movement words, and because life is busy and animation takes ages, I highlighted one that you could do if you only have time to do one a month. I've already done glow this year because I love that word. I wanted to do something really pretty. It really sparked a lot of imagery for me in January. But I thought I would get bounce out of the way while we are still here in Jan. Something that I thought, like, well, bounce is super easy, isn't it? We've all started with the bouncing ball. If you don't know what I'm on about, it's one of the first animation lessons that you will ever have if you go and be trained in animation at a university. So maybe I'll talk a little bit about bounce as we go through it, because I will be doing nearly the good old bouncing ball. However, I'm going to do something a little bit different. So like I said, I'm just playing, and I wanted to use something that I would be able to play with the mantis shrimp update on as well. I might shut up for a lot of this, and maybe I'll speed it up. Maybe I'll talk over it. Maybe I'll record a bit of a narration afterwards. I don't know. I don't know the plan. Don't panic though. If you're thinking like, oh God, a video where someone just fumbles through Moho, don't panic. I'm literally a professional. If you're new here, I've been animating for 20 years. I've worked lots for Moho themselves, and I've worked on a lot of Moho projects too. I discovered Moho 10 years ago. I fell in love with it. I absolutely adore it as a tool. And that's why I have a YouTube channel centered around Moho. Now, I always wanted to do instructional tutorials, so this might be a little bit more loose than my other videos. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import my reference. I'm not doing a ball. I'm doing a pigeon. I love a pigeon. And I thought doing like a big fat pigeon, bouncing instead. Like here in the UK, we have quite a lot of city pigeons, and they all look really scruffy and fat, and I love them. I love a pigeon. So I'm just getting my reference set up. I want these colours, this purple, this blue, the like Payne's grey that a pigeon sort of is, and this is quite a classic British pigeon look. So I'm just going to do a bouncy fat pigeon with a load of sexy mantis shrimp boil. And that's as far as my plan goes. I will just keep it really short and simple, but I will have to build something that looks like a pigeon. I'll figure out the layers as I go. Yeah. Let's see what I come up with. And if you want to join in the challenge, please do follow me on Instagram. It's @DannyAbram, and I would love to see you there. And if you do any animations, tag it so I can see them and I can help share them, so we can share the love. There are some people excelling. I am not excelling. I'm failing my own challenge. This is only my second one. I've only done glow so far, like I said. But as long as I can get bounce out by the end of the year, I've got 10 days left to the end of January. I'll be happy. Okay. Maybe I'll start with a sketch. It's always a good place to start. This is meant to be fun, so I'm not interested in perfection. Yes, good rule. I'm not interested in perfection, so I'm just going to screech forwards. Thusly. We're not interested in perfection. Silly little white thing on top of its beak. Love it, but I don't know what it is. I don't know any pigeon words. Sorry if you came for anatomy. Not here. Just want to make something real silly. It does look like a little cute love heart or something, doesn't it? Maybe if I break these. Like a mustache. Just nonsense, pure nonsense. Yeah, love that. And then silly eye. Maybe the eye could be separate, yeah. Not as pretty as Luke Newell's, is it? No. No, it is not. Let's hide these two. Head. Okay. Okay, let's grab a bit in here. With the width tool. Play with the opacity here. Awesome. And then maybe again. Width. Okay. I think I've just gone for something way too vector looking for this to be fun. It's just looking really messy and shit, isn't it? So why don't I stop making styles because it's distracting me. And if I just go with something super feathery, really light, ooh, yeah. Could I drift that into the purple? Ooh. Yeah. Lime boil that. Give me some blobs. Okay. let's pretend I'm happy with this. God, it's rough. It's hard to play around with art materials when it's new and you have something you want to finish or do. And I have a little bit of a time schedule, like it's nearly tea time. I can't spend all day on this. I just wanted to make something silly. So there's not many art layers there, but maybe there's enough to make something stupid with. So if I convert this to bone and I just give this pigeon, for the love of God, there we go, some bones. One for the body, one for the head, one for the beak. Let me just give one for the eye, and if I turn off my masks I can see the other eye. I'll click that. Okay, and maybe I'll click this and one for this wing. I'll click this and one for this wing. Maybe. Like super simple, like stupidly simple. And then I will just go through and very, very roughly rig this. Just doing layer. I might as well as one bone each, who cares? I'll add some squash and stretch probably. Cool. Squash and stretch to you 3? 4. Yes. And you, why not? Turn my skin back on. Okay. And then let's just do some daft animation. I kind of envisage this as being very fleshy, very stupid, very bouncing ball, but with like maybe like a backflip in there or something, like a roll aroundy, stupid. I don't know. I never set off with a plan. 50 frames is way too long. Let's make this a stupid limited amount of 17 might be a bit, let's see, 25. Let's give yourself 25 at least. And then I will do this every time, but I will control F everything on frame 1 and I will colour this red. This is always like my starting key. I'm going to work to 2s. I'm just going to change the default of this and then make sure that is also on 2s. Stepped 2s. First keyframe. Love it. It's so stupid. Do you know what else I could do? Could I? Maybe I can't because it depends on the pivot point, but what if I squashed it even more and then fuck. No, don't do that until you've got a keyframe that you can keep. Okay, then squash it even more. Oh, I love it. Bounce. I know that we didn't really play with mantis shrimp much. There's not much hand-drawn animation going on there, is there? And yes, I used a little bit of the opacities, and I tried so hard with the colour drift on the fly, like trying to create that with the pencil. But for me, for the things that I make, maybe it needs to be in a more of a controlled way. So if I like this works for this, I like it, I can share that for my my bounce challenge. But if I show you my fox that I've been using on my social media, if I delete the placement as well. So if I press play now, so it's boiling, the colours are changing along the back, there is width happening. I really like it. And that is all before I've even animated the rig. So this is just happening on the fox's body. So there's a little colour drift animation that is cycling, and in different rates as well. I would have to choose which point to show you. Let me just choose this point. So you can see that this has a cycle on it here, and it's got some noise on the keyframe, and then this has no cycle, but this has a cycle that is shorter. So there's loads of stuff going on before I've even started animation, and that's why I've given myself a little note here that I cannot, and that's why I had to remove all the keys instead, but I cannot use the animation, clear animation from document, which I am a bugger for doing. I do it all the time. I love it. I love just being like, blitz everything, I'm starting again. Get rid of everything. But I can't get rid of everything in this Fox. So I've just given myself a text layer that is non-renderable. So if you go into general and click don't render, it will never render, but it is there. So I know not to blitz my scene. And there is so much movement on this Fox before I even start walking. So I just wanted to show you that because I have played with it a ton. So if you want to join in the Year of Animation Challenge, do follow me on Instagram at Danny Abram. I will share your work, and hopefully the more work that the hashtag gains, the more inspired everyone will be, the more work we'll get. Yay! The more practice we'll have. I love practice. Don't know if you can tell. I'm always tinkering away on something, and this just gave me a little bit more of a schedule and a little bit more of a an idea of what to make as well. I really struggle with sitting down at my desk and thinking, but what can I make? And I never would have thought about making a stupid pigeon. So if you make anything, let me know, and hashtag that with a year of anim or AYO anim. I'll put all the details on the screen. Follow me on Instagram at Danny Abram. Have fun animating, everybody, and I will see you for the next video. Yay! Hopefully a way in-depth tutorial all about the mantis shrimp update, because I am loving it, even though I find it very hard to teach at the minute because I feel like I don't know it inside out. There is just some quirks to it that I want to iron out before I do that. Okay? Great. Okay, bye!